end of October is rapidly approaching, and you know what that means. In the world of Destiny 2, the Festival of the Lost has come again. What's going on, Guardians? My name is the Black Link, and earlier today, Bungie put up this website, this article showing that yes, indeed, Festival of the Lost is returning, and we are going to get a sneak peek at what's going to be happening in this year's holiday event. So, without any further ado, let's dive on into Festival of the Lost 2019. The event itself is going to be very similar to Festival of the Lost last year, where we will be donning all kinds of spooky masks, we'll be delving into a changed version of the Infinite Forest, and we'll be building up candy along the way. And of course, a major feature of all of this are the changes coming to the tower. Aesthetic changes, that is. You know, anytime Ava has one of these events, she's got to deck out the tower real nice. The article states that with Ava's return comes a renewed dedication to decorations. Candles, lights, cobwebs, and pumpkins adorn every nook and cranny of the tower to ensure spirits will be raised. And as with most of these events, there's going to be a quest line that's tied to it. Speak with Ava to begin your journey and acquire a Masquerader helmet to participate. Earn chocolate strange coins from bounties and activities to purchase Festival of the Lost mask ornaments for your new helmet. All Destiny 2 players can partake in the festivities, including new light players who will need to be at least 770 power to begin. Thankfully, that's not too high of a requirement, but they also confirmed something nice here. In addition to the masks coming back for the Festival of the Lost, they're all going to be ornaments tied to a specific helmet. Thank you, Bungie. I thank you, my Ghost thanks you, and my Vault Space thanks you. What this basically means is we're going to have one new helmet with a bunch of different ornaments that we'll be unlocking as the event goes on. Great change in my opinion. But that's certainly not all. Backed by popular demand, candy makes its sweet return as a reward to be spent towards mystery grab bags and the Braytech Werewolf legendary auto rifle. After acquiring the fully masterworked 950 power weapon, create your own monster with random rolls. And then we get a brand new look at this Braytech Werewolf legendary auto rifle. Of course, a reskin of the Braytech Winter Wolf auto rifle that is exclusive to Anna Bray over on Mars. It looks like this is going to be the reward very similar to how the horror story was the ultimate reward for Festival of the Lost last year, which as I recall required tons of time spent in the Haunted Forest activity. It's probably going to be very similar to get the Braytech Werewolf this time around. But I do like that once you've gotten the curated roll, you'll be able to get random rolled versions of it after that. The Braytech auto rifle is already a fantastic performing weapon. If you haven't gotten that thing from completing activities over on Mars, it's one of the better auto rifles in the game. So it'll be interesting to see exactly how the werewolf variant of this gun is going to be different. I do really dig this shader combination that's on it right now though I am a bit nervous at seeing exactly how many completions of a specific activity we're gonna have to do in order to get it. Speaking of, the Haunted Forest is making its return. While the festival is underway, Guardians are needed to return once more to the Haunted Forest and defeat the fiends, ghouls, and terrors that lie within. You'll have 15 minutes to make it as far as you can go, but beware of what awaits you at the end. If you weren't around for last year's event, basically the Haunted Forest is a variant of the Infinite Forest where you're going to be dropped inside. You'll have 15 minutes to make it as far into the Infinite Forest as you can, clearing growing branches of enemies. And the more enemies you defeat and the farther inside the Infinite Forest you get, the more bosses you face at the end, and the greater the rewards you'll get from defeating them. Last year's activity had special modifiers that were active within the Haunted Forest so long as you were wearing specific masks, so it'd be really interesting to see if they bring that sort of system back this time around. But here we get a great shot of the Haunted Forest, as well as some of the new looks we'll be sporting with Festival of the Lost. Because of course, it's not an event in Destiny 2 without a change to your look and some brand new stuff in Eververse. There are more treats to be had in Eververse if you'd like to further customize your Guardian's costume, from spooky, scary skeleton armor ornaments to jack-o'-lantern masks. We're sure you'll find something to terrorize your enemies. And then we get a nice sneak peek at some of this armor, and I gotta say, it looks pretty cool. I love the sort of neon light glows of the different sets there. We've got a Titan looking like what I assume to be is a bony skeleton Nightman, and of course very similar motifs for the Hunter and Warlock there. I think it looks great, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of those ornaments. And if that's a shader that makes you glow in the dark like some of the previous Festival of the Lost shaders like back in D1, that's all I'm here for. Additionally, of course, you're going to have some brand new ships, sparrows, ghost shells, and even more as a part of the Eververse offerings. And of course, you veteran Guardians will have spied something very particular there. That's right, the Broom Sparrow is coming back. To those witches and warlocks out there who are looking for some good clean fun, your favorite spooky sparrow has returned. It's been too long since we've had that Broom Sparrow, and hopefully this time it actually lasts outside of the event. Please, Bungie, please let this one last outside the event. But alright, the festivities are going to begin on October 29th and will conclude on November 19th, so you'll have plenty of time to dredge up some spooks in the Haunted Forest and get your hands on some of that sweet, sweet candy. Now, as a part of this, Bungie also put up an article basically giving greater detail on the Festival of the Lost event itself. Don't worry, there's going to be a link to the initial announcement article as well as the Festival of the Lost guide down in the description box below if you want to read any of this stuff. For the most part, it just goes over some of the participation requirements for new players, while also giving a quick heads up about the changes to the Haunted Forest. Basically, the old matchmaking rules still apply. You're going to have the normal Haunted Forest that's going to matchmake you with people. Minimum recommended power is going to be, of course, 750. And then you'll have the firewalled Haunted Forest if you want to go in with your own curated fire team or just by yourself. So there will be a match-made mode and a non-match-made mode for you to engage in. The activity itself is going to be the exact same. You're going to have 15 minutes to clear branches, defeat terrors, and collect both candy and chocolate strange coins. You'll be able to turn those into Ava Levante in the Tower Courtyard for Festival of the Lost rewards. Ava, of course, is going to serve as the event's vendor. You'll be able to purchase bounties, masks, and other Festival of the Lost rewards from her. Ava's bounties can reward players with XP, Glimmer, and chocolate strange coins. She's going to have 2 weekly bounties and 4 daily bounties that you'll be able to participate in. And as for some of the extra rewards here, during Festival of the Lost, Ava Levante is going to offer 5 masks that players may purchase for chocolate strange coins. Furthermore, masks earned during Festival of the Lost 2018 can also be equipped by players who earn them. All masks must be equipped as ornaments on the Masquerader's helmet, which is offered by Ava Levante for 100 Glimmer. Which means if you participated in Festival of the Lost last year, those masks that you earned way back then are going to be ornaments on the new helmet. But the 5 brand new masks that we're going to be having this time around are the Hidden Swarm Mask, the Goblin Mask, Mithrax's Mask, the Opulent Callus Mask, and of course, Old Uncle Drifter. And based on the reward text here, it looks like some of those Festival of the Lost mods are going to be returning with this event, which makes me super happy. Some of those mods that we had on like the Chicken Mask and the Gall Mask and whatnot from last year were unbelievably powerful inside the Haunted Forest. But of course, the ultimate reward for all of this is going to be the Braytech Werewolf Masterworked and some random roll drops with the Braytech Werewolf after you've earned that initial Masterworked version. And thankfully, they actually let us know exactly which mods are going to be active this time around. We've got the mod A Higher Purpose, which grants significant damage resistance while airborne, significantly increased damage to all enemies, and increases the drop chance of heavy ammo on kill. This was one of my favorite mods from last year. Then we've got Vampiric Touch, which significantly increased damage to challenging enemies, precision kills trigger health regeneration, and increases the drop chance on heavy ammo on kill. Finally, we've got Energetic Assassin. Precision kills grant grenade and melee energy, significantly increase damage to terrors, and finally increases the drop chance of heavy ammo on kill. So you can see these mods are returning to Festival of the Lost, and they are just as powerful as you remember them being. When they say significant damage resistance and significantly increased damage to any particular enemies, they really meant it. You were almost invulnerable while you were airborne using that mod last year. So I'm extremely happy to see that this stuff is returning this time around. Of course, there's also going to be a list of triumphs that are tied to Festival of the Lost itself. And they give us a quick list of those right here. Again, if you want to get a greater bit of detail on all this stuff, there's a link to this article down in the description box below. Make sure you go check it out. But alright Guardians, that is it for this one. Festival of the Lost will be returning next Tuesday, and it's looking like there's going to be a lot of fun tied in this time around. If you're a newer player to Destiny 2, or maybe you weren't around last year to play this event, if you've got any questions about it, be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. I'll see if I can answer as many of those as possible. But there we go, that's the news and those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. If If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest stuff we're putting out. But I'm out for now. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.